So you got plans for New Year's Eve? Why not finish off the year with some laughter?
The Funny Bone has 2 shows featuring 3 comedians.
Yeah, 2 of them join us today, Johnny Beehner and Keith Bender. Good to see Bender and Beehner, that's right.
Good morning.
The comedy duo, right?
Yeah, we're just discussing. We're going to start a tour, the Beehner Bender tour.
Just met and it's off and running, right?
Yeah, off and running, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
like magic. Some things were just meant to be, Beehner and Bender.
but Johnny, you're from Omaha, though.
Yes, I grew up in Omaha.
What's your story?
Grew up in Omaha, left Omaha, went to Milwaukee for college, hit the road doing, comedy clubs all over, and then just recently moved to Los Angeles.
How much comedic material does Omaha provide for you?
I talk a lot about, a lot of my act is growing up and self-deprecating. I mean, first of all, my last name's Beehner, so that's comedy gold right there, That's 20 minutes right there on my awkward childhood. But yeah, I don't know, just playing sports in Omaha and being a terrible athlete, so.
You're a terrible athlete. Did you play in high school? You went to prep, though, right?
Yeah. No, well, that's the thing. I'm tall, so everyone thinks, oh, you must have played basketball.
Right.
Well, you have to have skill in order. I'm tall. Yeah, tall and clumsy doesn't help very much. But I don't know.
Yeah. Keith, where are you from? You're from Chicago, right?
Chicago, yes. Now I live in Columbus, Ohio, so
Yeah.
so switch.
Yeah, and getting back to Omaha for this, you're in Omaha at the Funny Bone Wednesday through Sunday.
Yeah.
So you got this whole thing. Have you done Omaha before?
Yes, this is actually my 3rd time coming here in the cold.
But you're used to it. You're from
brave.
Chicago.
Yeah, but I tried to get away, but now I'm back, so I'm like, oh my gosh. So.
Right. You'd rather have a show in Tampa or Miami this
Yes,
time of year.
yes. I was in Orlando a couple of weeks ago, so it's culture shock.
A little switch.
Yeah.
Omaha, you're staying long enough that it might provide you some material by the end of this road as well.
Yes, I noticed no one wears coats. A lot of people wear shorts still and little jackets, and everybody's walking around like this. I'm like, yeah, that's because it's cold outside.
It's funny. I wore shorts over the weekend because I was doing some home projects, and I went out to the store in shorts. So, yeah, you do see
That might have been you, yeah.
It could have been
Right.
you, yeah.
Probably was.
It probably was. But Johnny, you're traveling with your family, right? Well,
Yes.
You're married.
I'm married 5 years, and I got 2 kids under 3, and it's insane. That was my first time flying with all of them, and I don't ever want to do it again. I don't know how they're going to get home, but I'm going home on my own because I don't want to deal with that again. That's so much luggage.
It makes you really empathize with other people, though. Before you travel with kids, you kind of roll your eyes and
Do you have
look
to
at
haul
people.
the car seat through the thing? too,
We didn't. Well, I have so much family in Omaha. I was just
They
like,
had
hey,
car
put a
seats.
few car seats
Right.
aside for us. So we didn't have to do that, but we did have to bring the stroller, and
The gear.
It's a nightmare.
Man, what happened? Remember when you were, starting
When
out
I was single
when
and
you were
happy?
starting out in comedy,
Wait,
right?
I say that out loud. What did you say?
Remember, yeah, that's what I was saying. When you're starting out in comedy, you didn't have the family. Now it's a whole
Yeah.
different gig, isn't it?
Well, now I'm sleeping comfortably in a bed, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have there's so much luggage, so much to worry about, and then when I started comedy, I'm sleeping in my car in Walmart parking lots, and I was like, oh man, the grass is always greener. That's what it is.
Right.
I don't know.
Keith, what about you? Do you have family that
Yes, I
You
have
make
2
jokes about?
boys, 19 and 20, and both of them are hilarious. Yeah, my youngest one makes music, and my oldest one is he goes to Bowling Green College. Shout out to BGSU.
there you go?
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
easier for you to travel with those guys than what
Right.
Johnny's going through, right?
Yes, they like to go to the club and order everything, and eat and drink, and
Dad, put this on Dad's bill.
yeah.
But you've been
Exactly.
there, right?
Oh yeah, so yeah, I know exactly what you're going through.
Yeah. How'd you guys get started in comedy? Johnny, how'd you get started?
Just doing I lived with my brother who was in New York at the time, while I was in college in the summers between semesters, and I just did, some open mic show in New York, and I got hooked.
Yeah.
Fell in love with it.
And that was it, huh?
Can't quit it.
How about you,
Nope.
Keith? How'd you get started?
At my one job I used to work at, the break room was my refuge, and I was always making people laugh, and one of my friends was like, man, every time I come in here, you got everybody laughing. Why don't you do it for real? I think you're missing your calling. And I was like, my calling, okay. So I went to the comedy club, and it was brutal, but...
So you just showed up at the comedy club, or did you book something in advance? How did that?
No,
how
I
did-
just
how
showed
did you-
up. This one guy told me to go down there and ask for this guy named Stephen G, and he would take care of you, and they
To the
threw
side,
me on
to
stage.
the side door,
Yeah.
right side door,
And threw me
dark
into
alley.
the fire. Yeah, it was brutal, but
Just open mic and you just went for
yep.
it. I cannot imagine. That's
Yeah.
brave.
Yeah, and when you get that first laugh, it's like you're hooked.
Right.
Like you said, you're hooked.
And that's it.
Yeah.
You guys, there's a third guy, a comic that's going to be performing with you New Year's Eve. Nick Hoff. Do you
Nick
guys?
Hoff.
Do you know Nick? Have you had a chance to meet Nick?
No, I mean we've met him at shows we've done already, but I don't think either of us have worked with him before.
Yeah, I've never worked with him.
But he's very funny. He's
Yeah.
very funny.
Very funny. New
Not
Year's
funny
Eve.
enough to come to the Morning Blend with us.
No,
he's funny.
He didn't make it.
No, he's great. He's great.
Well, there it is. More information. The 10 o'clock show includes party favors and champagne toast at midnight. I went to the Funny Bone for New Year's Eve last year. I'm not going to make it this year, guys. I apologize. But I will try to come see you over the course of the weekend.
Definitely.
Thanks for
We'll
swinging by.
we'll bring the Beehner Bender tour back sometime.
Beehner Bender. They're going on the road.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot, you
Have
guys.
a good New Year's.
Thank you.